G'day everyone, it's Nathan Fletcher, the drunk philosopher. There's a lot of problems that I see with people today holding two different points of view on the same issue and then being able to think through it. So I'm going to give you a little thought experiment here. And if you could answer down in the comments here or on Facebook, on my Twitter feed, join the conversation. Now I've had this with a friend recently, and here's the moral quandary. Now, before I'm going to tell you which side I fall on, it's something, though, that I've had to think about, and you have to think about these things in order to come up with an idea and an opinion and to understand somebody else's point of view. And it's very important to be able to understand the alternative. So, here's the issue. Are returned service members? The question is, should our government pay for them if they get injured? Should we, the people, put our taxes towards helping the people who've gotten injured? Now, the one side is, of course we should. It's only right. They have fought and been hurt in the name of our country and serving our country, that we should give our taxes to help these folk out. Now, I completely see that point of view. But then you've got the other argument, okay? And you've got to be able to flesh this argument out. So I'm going to put this argument to you quite simply and then explain to you the process of the thought. And the other one is, well, they chose the profession, they knew the risks. So no, I shouldn't have to pay for somebody who came back from that scenario. They made the choice. Now, for myself personally, where I stand on it, of course we should pay for the people who have served their nation and been put into a war situation. It's only right that we pay for them, in my opinion, for their recovery. But to me, that's fine. They've served their nation, and they've served their nation proudly. And myself, as a person who's never been in the armed forces, these people have done what I cannot do or have not chosen to do, and they've defended our nation well. And I think that should be given thought to and precedence. However, I also understand the other argument, which is these people fully knew going into the situation of joining the army that they could get injured, and the likelihood is that you're going to come out injured or you're going to die, okay? And if you come back injured, well, you chose that profession. You chose to be involved in a war situation where you knew there was a good chance you were going to get hurt and injured. Well, knowing that was always going to be a risk, why didn't you prepare for that eventuality being a possibility and put money away to help you in the new circumstances of you coming back without, say, a leg? Okay? Now, I understand that argument, and it's a reasonable argument. It's not an irrational argument. It's a reasonable argument. Now, I don't agree with that argument. However, for the sake of being able to think, one has to think of that argument. And one has to put it to other people around you, because they may have something that you haven't thought of, both for your opinion and for the other side's opinion. Okay? And this is something we have to do, is actually think about why we stand where we stand and alternative arguments to the cause. Because now I can understand somebody who makes the second argument, I can understand where they're coming from. Okay, so whenever you have an argument come to you, you have to think about both sides of an argument at the same time before coming up with an idea of how it should be dealt with. I'm Nathan Fletcher, the drunk philosopher, and I'll catch you later down the track. Keep thinking, people. Uru.